Hello and welcome back to the Audio Controller. My name is Daryl, and if this is your first time, then welcome, and if not, you came back. Thank you so much for that. Today we're going to be reviewing Mayflash's N64 to Switch adapter. This is an item I've been looking for the past couple of months, and I'm so happy to get my hands on it. So a special thanks to PlayAsia for giving me an email for when they were back in stock. This video is not sponsored. I do not work with Mayflash, I do not work with PlayAsia, and I definitely do not work with RAFnet, the company who makes my first adapter for the N64. Now, speaking of RAFnet, that is the controller adapter that I currently use to play my N64 controller on my Nintendo Switch. This actually changes it into a GameCube port, and then I use the Nintendo official GameCube adapter to play it on my Switch. It works pretty well. I'm missing a few buttons, but that's more of the controller's problem than the adapter. But our friends at Mayflash have decided that they're going to try to fix that problem. You see, with this adapter, you can play your N64 controller on both your PC and Switch, but today we're going to be focused mainly on the Switch aspect. It's going to give you two ports, so that way you can use two controllers at the same time for multiplayer. It's also going to go directly into the Switch, so you don't need to buy that GameCube adapter that I had to buy to get mine to work. It's going to come with 3 buttons on the top, 2 turbo buttons, one for each controller itself, and a home button. That way, when you decide you want to play a different game, try some Mario Kart, or go back to Smash Brothers, you don't need a Joy-Con or Pro controller to make that happen. But, is this worth $30? Does this do the job that you want it to? We're gonna find out, and hopefully, I didn't make a mistake buying this.
Okay, so for this test, we're going to make it very, very simple. My boy Mario is going to be on the Mayflash adapter, and my boy Link is going to be repping the OG adapter that I've been using since I got my Switch about 2 years ago. And links to both are going to be in the description. So, we're going to do it button by button, and then we're going to swap the controllers, just so we know that the controllers are not going to be a factor. Alright? Test 1. We got D-pad. Mayflash D-pad. Taunt button. Taunt button. Looking good. Start button. Okay. Left. Left. Same actions. Right. Shield. Right. Grab. Z button. Shield. Shield. Okay. A button for Mario. Mayflash. Your special. A button for Link. Your combos. And vice versa. Movement. Left. Right. Crouch. Jump. Left. Right. Crouch. There we go. Sometimes. Crouch. Jump. 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 Jump for me. Alright. So that's going to indicate to me that I need to test this controller with the Mayflash. So, time for test number 2. Okay, test number 2. And switching the controllers were not as easy as just changing the ports, which is a huge downside to this, because it should have really just been that easy. I also found out while trying to change the port that I can't, for the life of me, figure out how to plug 2 controllers in, even though it has 2 ports. It's not looking too great. So I swapped it so that this controller here is now controlling Mario. This was the same controller that was controlling Link in the last test, and now it's plugged into the non-Mayflash controller or adapter, and you got this one into the Mayflash for Link. So I think it's going to be pretty much the same kind of conclusion with all the buttons. We're going to go D-pad, looking good. We're going to go D-pad, D-pad, what? Okay, so it took a second for it to register. I noticed that when I was picking the characters, it was acting really slow, and now it's registering that. What? Well, at least it was registering. Alright, the C stick is doing its thing. It's going ham. I can taunt. I can taunt. Okay, C stick, go ham, go ham, go ham. I got the grabs. I can't let go of grab. Alright.
I made a mistake buying this. This adapter had everything going for it. It had 2 ports. It goes directly into the dock. It has turbo buttons in case you ever wanted that. You can trick out the turbo buttons into autofire, so it just constantly shoots. If you're playing anything like Metal Slug or heck, this would probably be good for Cuphead. And the home button that I was actually very excited for, so that I can switch between the different games that I play. And, well, you saw the 2 tests I did. It's really difficult to change the controllers after you plug them in. It is very unresponsive to every 64 controller that I have. And I can't use the second port. I don't know why. It's just the second port decided that it wasn't going to be functional. And I'm probably going to keep this. I'm not going to ask for a refund because this is an item I was looking forward to, and it's honestly a trophy to me at this point. But it's not worth it. I am not afraid to give a number rating to any product that I have tested out, but in this case, I feel like I may have gotten a faulty piece of equipment, and to rate them on that is going to be pretty harsh, but I am going to do it because I have to assume that this is the product that they will push out to almost anyone. So, today's score for the Mayflash N64 to Switch adapter is a 4 out of 10. It's not a complete 0 because I was able to actually use it. It goes through the menus pretty well, and the main problem with it is just the stick, which they give you an option to switch the stick with the D-pad by holding down the start and B button for about 3 seconds. So it is playable, but how many games do you want to play with the D-pad? And on top of that, you don't get to change the Z button and the left trigger button, which means that Z button is right behind the stick anyway. So you're constantly going to be moving back and forth if that's the only way it's going to be reliable to you. With all of that and a lot more that I just can't fit in this video, I could not recommend this controller to anyone at all. Solid 4 out of 10. But thank you for watching my video. If you like this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear from you. What do you want me to play next? What do you want me to review? And remember, moms are people too. Keep it easy, players.